guys, and welcome back to another episode of Backpack Bushcraft. It is Friday, and I decided I'd be starting out a new series. I'm hoping that it will go the whole month of April. This series has been hot for a long time. A lot of different people I've told the idea about, they really wanted to see it. This series is going to be called How's It's Crafted. Now, how How's It's Crafted is going to work is I'm going to show you different items that I make around my house and that I take into the woods. But not only that, this will actually be part of the Backpack Bushcraft line that I will be selling this summer, both on the website and at local festivals that I get the chance to attend to. Now, it might seem counterproductive to you. Why would you show someone how to make something that you want them to buy? Well, that's sort of wrong. I don't want people to buy this. I would rather people make this, because when people sit there and they make stuff, they tend to make it better. And then they start adding twists to it. And before long, you have really awesome, amazing stuff that you can make at home easily. And that's my goal. However, if somebody would rather just pay a couple bucks for whatever I'm selling, I have no problem taking that money and giving them something that I know is going to help them out in the field. That's my philosophy about it. If you don't like that philosophy, I'm sorry, but that is just the best I can do. I'm not asking anybody to buy this stuff. I don't need money. I'm fine. But I'm going to show you how to make it. If you want to, you will have the ability to buy it later on this summer. But with all that aside, let's get into what we're making today. Now, one of the most important things I think every bush kit needs is char cloth. Lone Woodsman says it. David Canterbury would say it. I think my buddy down there in the South, the Hiking Deep guy, would say it. We're all going to tell you. All of my char cloth starts the same way as just a white tee. I had somebody give me a bunch of white tees. I told them that I was going to make char cloth out of it. They didn't know what that was. They just didn't want to keep them around. So I got 3 or 4 packs of white tees that I couldn't wear. What I did was cut them up. And I stored them in this bag. Alright. And I know Lone Woodsman may not agree with my method, but I just like to wrap them up like that. That works fine. Now, the next thing I took was I made a char cloth cooker, or a char, I guess, something like that. And what this is a old cookie tin that I got for Christmas, and all I did was place my char cloth inside it. That is full of char cloth. You can't really tell because it's black on black, but just little nuggets of char cloth. Now, to make this, there's some char cloth. Now, to make this, what I do is I just take the little bundles and I place them in the container. You can't overdo char. So if they're not 100% charred when I do the first round, I'll leave them in there. If they are 100% charred, I'll take them out. Doesn't matter. To store them, I just place them in Glad bags, or any type of storage bag will do. You can even put them in containers, stuff like that. And it makes for something nice that you can make if you have other outdoorsmen that you know. You could just buy a pack of shirts. I think they're like 15 bucks. Cut them up and do this. I don't actually recommend buying shirts just to do this. Just take an old worn out shirt and you can get plenty out of it. Now, Lone Woodsman, his method, you want to sort of let it lay loose. I'm not opposed to that, but for me, when I go to make my char cloth, I'm packing the tin full. I want to make sure I have every spot filled because I'm trying to get bang for my buck. Now, when I was watching Lone Woodsman do his, he did his just over a fire, traditional, bulletproof. But when I do mine, I like to be able to sort of control the different parts of this. And so I use just an electric range. This is basically a hot plate. And what I'll do is I'll just seal up the cookie tin. If you notice at the top, there's a little hole here. I'll place that here on my burner. I'll turn it on, and before no time we'll have smoke, and we'll begin the charring process. It's already dark, so probably by the time it's done, it's going to be very dark. So I'll probably have to take you inside to see the rest. But for right now, just enjoy this cool looking time lapse. Probably will be cool. It's gonna be like it'll be like half cool. I'm just gonna put the time lapse on. Alright guys, so we got our char tin here. This took me about 3 or 4 rounds. Basically what happens is the hot plate will get so hot that it actually won't continue to char. So they have to wait, let it cool down, let it heat back up, stuff like that. Again, over a normal fire, you don't have to worry about that, but you do have to keep it going as long as there's smoke. I also ended up putting a few extra holes in it, if you can see there. That just to help let the smoke out. If you notice in the time lapse, the smoke was coming off the sides. That's because you don't have enough ventilation. And you could also put a light on the top of it. They're called, it's like a pilot light. I usually don't, but I did for this time, and I actually had pretty good success. These tins will be a little bit hard to open because it's heated up, and there's some like residue that walking around it. But oh man, look at that! Y'all can see that. That is awesome. And how I'm gonna sell this, and again, it's this easy. Don't buy it from me, okay? Please don't buy it from me. All I'm going to do is weigh out about 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce. Well, guys, that'll do it. That'll, for about 1/4 ounce, probably cost you about $1 at the festivals. I actually may not sell this on the website due to shipping and handling. Might be just too much for it. But it's so easy, you shouldn't even think about sending me $1. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our first episode of How It's Crafted. I hope you come back next week to see what we craft next week. I have no clue what it'll be, but it will be awesome. I guarantee you that. And to make sure you don't miss it, you need to make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, Backpack Bushcraft. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Gmail at BPackBushcraft. You can also check out the website where I post content on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 2 p.m. EST. That website is www.backpackbushcraft.com. And until next time, guys, keep those fires burning and put in the long off for me.